Chickadee! Sorry. Honestly, let's talk about Elon Musk. Welcome back to Forging with Philosophy, and thank you for coming to what should be our first video. I'm Mitch, and today I'm going to be working on some hooks that I screwed up a while ago. These particular ones were made for a pot rack, and I got lazy, and that's why I've had to straighten them back out. We're going to get into it. We've already got a few pieces in the forge, and let's see how the day goes. Hopefully I only burn myself 2 or 3 times today. Let's get started. We're going to forge him over flat right here. Makes efficiency. I think. I never talked to the guy. You'll notice I'm a little sloppy with my tongs. The reason for that is I usually forge everything with the handle on the end of them. Because that way I don't even need to worry about dropping hot metal all over myself. I can save myself the trouble. But these have gotten small and I need the practice. And one of the nice things about these tongs is these are just your general crappy bent nose, needle nose pliers from Harbor Freight. They do the job, they've got some spring to them so you can really grab on. I've got a couple different styles, and for just getting started, making tongs from scratch is really a pain in the ass. So this one's almost done. We'll flatten him out a little bit more, but we could probably just drop this one off to the side. That's it. Shit. Figured if it makes us laugh that much, we might as well make you at least a little disappointed in where the human race is going. So
we are very good at that.
We have our moments. Yeah, that should probably do the trick. Honestly, let's talk about Elon Musk.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
What do you think about his Mars colonization idea? You think he's actually going to get it done before he dies?
Before?
Do you think he's going to get some people to Mars before he dies? Like actually gets like an establishable community that can actually provide fuel to transport themselves back?
I feel like maybe not to be able to get themselves back, but I have a feeling that no matter what, Elon Musk is getting people to Mars before he dies. Whether or not they're coming back is kind of a...
I think that even if it means he goes out to Mars and just dies on Mars, I think he would just be like, fuck it, let's do it.
I'm kind of even at that point where I feel like I'd be willing to go to the first Mars colony just because to say fuck it at that point. Screw it.
I think it would be cool because I think that, I mean, we're definitely killing the planet we live on. I don't really get into the whole global warming, climate change thing, but from a chemical pollution standpoint, the plastic in the oceans, the chemicals that we just bury, I mean, just non-fucking stop. There's a super fun site right down the road, Palmerton and Quashacola. Big motherfucking mountains. I did a bunch of reading on it. They had to reseed the mountains because the ground was so just toxic that nothing would grow. It was zinc reclamation for mining.
Jesus Christ, dude. You think they would have like any... Like, I understand that back then...
It was the 50s. They didn't give a fuck. The world was their dumpster.
But apparently even then, like back in the 50s, they even kind of knew about like the impact of everything that they were having on the world. They even knew, like they knew about climate change and stuff like that back in the 40s apparently.
Yeah, I think they knew about it. These are all mild steel, so you can just throw them into water to cool them down. There's no sense in having red hot steel sitting around on the floor of your shop, because that's how you burn a music note looking thing into the bottom of your foot. Especially if you're like me and you do forging in your bedroom slippers.
Which is never really a great idea.
Not the best of ideas.
But I mean, at least you're living your best life, right?
I'm living someone's best life.
At least it's somebody's. It's better than nobody's, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure I can come up with a better way to do this.
I mean, that's kind of part of the learning process, isn't it?
That's why we're all here together. We can all suck at this together.
Everybody's got to learn.
That is kind of fucked that one up.
Hey, man.
A little bit.
Just a little.
Okay, well. Alright, so we're back because I forgot to charge our video equipment. My phone!
Yeah.
We already worked through all the small hooks while we were waiting for a recharge. So now the next one that we're going to do is this guy here. This used to be a little hook that would stick into a pot. This went straight down. But obviously that is a sloppy scroll right there compared to that one. That can't fly. I can't let that leave the shop and go to a customer. So we're going to forge this guy out straight again. We're going to forge this out straight, and then we're going to do an S hook. So we're going to have another one of these on the other side. So it'll be a big fucker like that you can hang off your rafters. Let's throw one or two in, and we're going to get started. Let's bring them over. Move it as you're forging so that you don't indent any marks from the shoulders of your anvil on each side there.
See, I would have never thought about that.
And there you go. We're going to come around over here to the horn. We're going to bang out this front. And we'll flip it around to keep it even on the other side.
It's even stuff like that. Like, I didn't even know that that was what the point of the anvil was.
Oh yeah, the horn of the anvil on a good anvil should be completely conical. So that you can forge any scrolls or taper work over the top of it. Now I like using the pieces of pipe because it ends up being the exact same every single time. So if I'm making 20 hooks for a batch, I'll go and use a piece of pipe set in just like that jig right there. And that's how we bend this one and how we'll bend the top of the rest of this one. That can go back in. And let's water this guy down so we can actually touch it. Also, occasionally just water your glove. Or you can start smelling burnt leather after a little while. And then burnt skin.
Neither of those are great smells.
I mean, if I had to take a pick,
Burnt leather's definitely better.
definitely the leather. That's
Yeah, I
better
was
of the
gonna
two to go
say,
with.
definitely better.
That one went better than the last one.
Yeah, I was
Look
gonna
at
say, that one looked clean as hell. Look at that.
Yeah, I think Musk will probably get there within his life. I can't imagine he won't.
I'd be surprised, genuinely. If the man is this dedicated to actually, like, getting this far, I would be genuinely surprised
Now
if
that's
he didn't.
burning right there on the leather. That's what's happening right there. That we're charring leather. Let's get our next guy out. We're gonna finish flattening that out, and then we're gonna draw that taper out on the end a little bit more. Because that wasn't exactly a clean taper when I first forged it. So get rid of all my previous hammer marks from my sloppiness. And we'll forge all four sides in.
Now the question is, do you think the people that he is going to send up to Mars are willing?
What's up?
Do you think he's going to manage to get willing subjects, or do you think he's...
Oh, he will absolutely get willing subjects.
Because I know that there's plenty, but at the same time...
The first people to go to Mars will have the societal notoriety of Julius Caesar.
And it's true, honestly.
Just the remembrance of you're just the first to Mars. Like, that's fucking huge. I mean, look at Buzz Aldrin.
He's famous just because he went to the moon.
First person to set foot on the moon. No one knows about all the other ones. They know about the first ones. It's not to say the other ones aren't important, but let's be realistic. I mean, no one talks about the fifth guy to climb Mount Everest, but we all know about Edmund Hillary. I think that was the guy's name.
And
We all know about him, even though the Sherpas did most of the work. Yeah.
I was just wondering if he was going to go through some scheme-like idea where somebody was going to send some prisoners up to Mars first and see how it goes as like a test kind of theory.
No, because what do they have to live for? There's no reason for them to really try or really put in the extra effort when they're up there.
I mean, to get away from that incarcerated lifestyle might be a value in and of itself.
Yeah, but the first people that are going to go up are going to need to be engineers and physicists and people who
Have the knowledge to be.
People who can turn ice into hydrogen and water. People who can, I mean, you're going to need people like Matt Damon from that fucking The Martian movie, like those kinds of people.
People who are
very smart, not necessarily a bunch of letters after their name because of a degree, but smart in the sense that they are able to figure shit out and figure it out and fly. And I think that will make the biggest difference. Alright, so we're getting our tapers forged out. We're going to work out any of the old hammer marks here and clean it up. We'll straighten everything out. And then we're going to go and knock down our corners. So this piece of bar stock, this is 3/8 bar, 836 hot rolled steel. 836 is just nomenclature. But it comes off the mill with a rounded corner, and to have better continuity through the whole piece, I round the corners off the whole way around. I think it just provides for a cleaner, more refined end product, but you can see we're pretty nice and straight, we're looking pretty good, we don't have any major bends or twists or anything weird going on in there. So we're going to heat that back up, pop a scroll on it. This next one coming out is going to be ready for a scroll right now. So let's wet it a bit.
A little hot.
A little bit.
I can't blame you. I'm standing in the door and it's still kind of cooking.
Yeah, I'm a wee bit too. Oh, that's going to do it. That is a much better scroll.
Yeah, that looks much nicer.
Much, much cleaner compared to where we were. So now he'll go back in, and then we'll pop it on the jig over there, and we'll stretch it. Where did I put that fucking glove? God damn it. You'd swear to God I'd fucking lose everything. No, there it is. I found it. Up, and that should be the end of that one. Winner. All right. And that's what we get when we're all said and done.
They genuinely look awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
Basic little S-hook, go through an eyeball out on the porch, something that, I don't know, hang whatever. Except yourself, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah, that's how you just save up and minimize your waste. Actually make something decent out of something that wasn't so great before. And just get better at it. Well, thank you for listening to us ramble and me talk about random shit and watching me burn myself a couple times there. I'm hoping that you didn't notice, but if you did, mark it in the comments on the timestamp where I did it, because yeah, I did.
We'd love to see it, honestly.
You guys have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for coming by.